I spent $100 on a box of fireworks. The corner right there says 8 pounds. So was spending $100 on firework supplies worth it, or was it not? So let's go ahead and open this and see what we've got. Oh, this is really satisfying. If I spent $100 on a box of firework supplies, I would certainly not want to be disappointed. I accidentally just sliced the box right there. So don't do that. Here we go. Got the 2 flaps open. Now there's only 2 flaps left to see. So we've got some paper. This paper, believe it or not, guys, can be used as amazing supplies for things. Oh my gosh. Yeah, guys, right off the bat, I have no idea how to express my happiness for this. Look at what's inside that once I take the paper off that already. We've got some slow cannon hobby fuse. I'm not sure which brand this is, but it is timed 28.6 to 29.3 seconds per foot. This right here is plenty of rolls of Chinese time fuse. This is what is used for spoolets inside of your typical shells or even cannon shot, big boy European firecrackers. I'm going to begin by placing everything that I receive right here, and let's go ahead and see what is else inside this box right here. Inside these little packages, here are some magic whips. These are in fact some pretty cool fireworks. If you guys have not seen them before, oh my gosh! Well, guys, I think this is a nice little gift because they included some zip ties in here. Next up in this box, guys, we've got some crazy 1-inch by 4-inch tubes here. And when I say 1-inch, guys, I mean that these are 1-inch ID tubes. More in detail, guys, we've got another nice, amazing little plastic bag here. And these look so amazing. I cannot wait to open those up and see what they look like more in detail later. We've also got plenty of tubes right here, which, guys, I have no idea what I actually ordered. At this point, it seems like there are so many different tubes in here. Taking these outside of the box, we've got some of those 1-inch plug caps, which I know you guys can't really see too well. And then, guys, here are some different kinds of tubes. 5/9 ID of an inch. And last but not least, guys, here are some 9/16 tubes, and that is the ID on them. So for $100, give me your guys' opinion on this. Also, guys, remember the paper that we got on top of the packaging as well. Always be sure to save your wrapping paper, whether it be in Amazon packages, you may get it in some other kinds of mail products, or even in the trash. Alright, guys, so here we've got the nice plastic bag of these 1-inch by 4-inch tubes right here. For some reason, I feel like I have that measurement wrong, so I will go ahead and take my ruler right here. I am not joking around with this. These are officially 4 inches long, and the actual ID inside the tube is 1 inch, so it works great for actual projects so that you can get the right measurements every single time and never have to restart. These tubes are incredibly tough, guys, and whatever I try to do, I cannot break this tube with my hand if I just try to squeeze it. This should be absolutely insane. Oh, looks like there was a faulty tube, guys, but no worries, we can glue that down later. This is an incredibly thick tube. Once again, I cannot break it with my fist. Yet again, guys, it is about a 1-inch ID tube with a 2.5-inch long height on it. So that works great for other kinds of ideas that we might have in the future. I have never tied a knot with quick match fuse before. Should be pretty cool. Next up, guys, here is 100 of the 9/16 ID tubes. Let's go ahead and get that open right now. Here are the 9/16 ID tubes. If you're good at fractions, perhaps you can visualize that that is 9/16 of an inch right there. So yeah, that should be nice for some improvised Spanish crackers in the future. And these are, of course, 1.5 inch long, perfectly on the dot. So that is super great. Next up are the silver tubes, which if you guys take a look at is super nice and glossy. If I take my ruler on that, that should be at least 5/8 or 5/9. I can't remember exactly. And the height on it is about 1.5. So that's awesome. Now let's go ahead and look at the 1-inch ID by 6-inch in height tubes. This tube right here, guys, is yes, of course, 6 inches on the dot. And the ID on that is nearly perfectly 1 inch. Speaking of 1 inch, here are some 1-inch red plugs that came with the package as well. And if you were going to make a California legal fireworks fountain, you could go ahead and put the end cap just on it like that and fill it up with your composition. There are 40 of the red, white, and blue tubes right here, 10 of the 6" by 1" ID tubes, 50 of the cardboard tubes, 100 of the nice 9/16 ID tubes, 100 1" ID red end plug caps, and 50 of the silver tubes right there, with a total giving me 250 tubes for only $100 on the dot. So hopefully guys, this concludes how much cheaper it is to actually build your fireworks or do some pyrotechnic hobby stuff, because this will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this if this is something you really enjoy doing. And I could never regret purchasing more and more fireworks supplies for the future. And without any further ado guys, let's go ahead and try some of the slow cannon fuse right here, and then we'll try at least an inch of this Chinese time fuse just to see how it performs. Nice. Yeah, it's real solid. Trophy cannon shot? Okay. Yeah. Perfectly safely. One other note about fireworks supplies: if you guys have a local construction site lying around, usually you can find tons of garbage in there. For instance, I found this tube and this huge roll of paper right here for making fireworks for completely free. People throw this stuff out all the time. Sometimes people also throw away rolls of tape, like down in here. I know you can always find plenty of paper and cardboard. Okay, so we are at the construction site now. If you need materials for making fireworks, which I'm not saying any material works just fine, but if you're lucky, you can find some pretty cool things. Now, if you are like me and you don't like to spend a whole lot of money, you can look pretty much just anywhere to find cardboard. I know there's like plenty of tape in there. I do find tape rolls sometimes that haven't even been used. What is that, like glue? And yes, in case you guys are wondering, we do have permission to do this. I have asked the workers here several times about all the stuff that they throw out, and they're perfectly okay if you take it. Now that right there is a score. Some boring math that's not even that advanced. Look at that, just free paper lying on the ground right there. Could probably make a Spanish cracker with it. Okay, now this might be more what I'm looking for. There is tons of paper here and tons of wood, but as I've explained many times, as long as you're passionate for it and fireworks are something you enjoy creating, just a lot of PEX panel supplies. Oh wow, look at this quick match leader piping. Doesn't it look like quick match fuse? It's crazy. Wow, look at all that sawdust right there. Man, I almost wish I brought a little bag with me. Tons of wires and sawdust. Not a whole lot of awesome finds today, but if you're lucky, sometimes you can find string, paper rolls, tape, and rope. Definitely plenty of cardboard, and so on. If you find any trash lying around in people's garbage or construction site waste bins, it never hurts to ask them for it, and it may be one man's treasure. You know what's nice about summer is every single day pretty much sunny. Alright, let's go ahead and try the red fuse first. Burns like a weird piece of plastic. Red, white, and blue fuse. You saw how short those fuses were and they burned pretty slow. And now for the cannon fuse. Now, for whatever reason, I decided I'd show what's in this box once everything is put away, and look at that. That is truly amazing. Alright, here is the M80 firecracker, guys, and now we're gonna see if it breaks open the lock. Normally, guys, I'd be laughing whenever I light off a firework, but this thing right here is gonna cause mass destruction. If this lock manages to survive, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing after this video. Will the lock right there survive? I don't think so, but we're about to find out in 3, 2, 1. This is really scary.